Hey everybody, welcome back to Game Junction. Doing another news article today. I'm Mark here with my co-host Brandon.
What's up, guys? Checking out a new news article today.
Yeah, so we're going over a news article from Video Gamer, their Last of Us TV series review roundup. Just trying to get their opinions and their thoughts on the new series that they were able to see. I don't know if they reviewed the whole series or just like the first episode. I guess we'll find out. But this is coming from their thoughts when what they were able to see.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's going to pull some of the other reviews across the internet.
Yeah, it's possible. So it's the Last of Us TV series review roundup. So the first batch of reviews for the much anticipated The Last of Us TV series are in, and the adaptation has apparently been executed to near perfection. The early reactions from multiple publications have all been overwhelmingly positive, with most of the praise going to the performers of the main cast. Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin's artistic direction and screenplay were also widely lauded, due as they were able to stay faithful to the source material while still creating intriguing story deviations.
That's what I want to hear.
Yes,
Sounds good so far. Yeah.
hopefully. I guess we'll find
Hopefully.
out when it comes out. Now the initial impressions are out, you may be wondering what the exact scores are. For this reason, we've created a comprehensive compilation of the most relevant review scores for the Last of Us TV series. You can check this out for yourself below. So they've got 11 from here. So I guess on the top they've got IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. Empire Magazine was 5 out of 5. BBC was giving it a 4 out of 5. Inverse just said they recommended it. Yeah, Bloody Disgusting doing a 4.5 out of 5. NME, I don't know what that stands for. 4 out of 5. Got the Daily Telegraph a 4 out of 5. Rolling Stones recommended it. Comicbook.com gave it a 4 out of 5. Entertainment Weekly gave it a B minus. And then Slant Magazine gave it a 2 out of 4. At the time of writing, Rotten Tomatoes aggregate critical score for the Last of Us TV series is currently sitting at a 96, indicating significant acclaim. But these are coming from critics, as the audience scores obviously aren't out yet because the show's not been officially released.
Right.
And I'm sure we'll get more critical scores that come over time. So I guess time will tell whether the audience feels the same way as the critics do.
Those sound good, but the audience is everything. So
yeah,
who knows how many of those are people that played the games. So time will tell, but majority of those are good, and I like the ones that say recommended over the
like a hard score.
Yeah, it's not even that, but like a slant, which I've never heard of Slant Magazine, but 2 out of 4. I mean, that's just a 50%, so it's like somewhere between a 3 out of 4 out of 5. it's a little bit confusing. I think review scores are a little jaded and not great. Right?
Yeah, they're all over the place. Plus, it's sometimes sometimes the audience and the critics are pretty close. Sometimes there's a huge deviation between what the critics like and what the audience likes. So I guess only time will tell how the audience give it a week or two since it's been out. The audience can kind of give it in, and then you can have like a perception on does the audience agree with the critics, or are we looking at two different things? But I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people out there that are going to like it. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of the thing like with our reviews, we want to stay far away from. Like a company provides you something, you get it free, so you're like, oh, I got to give it a great score. Like,
yeah,
you want to be honest with your reviews. So we don't know. There's 11 reviews. Majority are very, very positive. A 4 out of 5 is great. I mean, that's a 75%. So that's a pretty good score. But who knows? Audience is everything with stuff like this. So.
Yeah, that's where the puck stops with the audience.
Yeah.
Because they're going to make or break whether your show's an actual success or not.
Yeah, they didn't get the series free ahead of time, so.
Bloody Disgusting's review in particular succinctly summed up their experience with the following statements: that it's so exceptionally and meticulously crafted means that it has efficiently shattered the ceiling for video game adaptations.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of hit or miss. I mean, obviously we've had some atrocious video game adaptations, but we've had some decent ones here and there.
A lot of atrocious ones.
Overwhelming.
To be fair.
So I mean, it makes sense that an audience member seeing this or the regular person seeing this might still be skeptical because they're like, I have low expectations as is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like
it's
we're
hard to take
just
your word
now on
for
the
it.
cuff of good video game adaptations. Like we've got Sonic that was, generally praised. I thought it was very good from an audience view. Um, Detective Pikachu. So all stuff like within recent years, like I can think back to like Warcraft coming out. And I feel like everything post like Warcraft was not great in my opinion. I don't think anybody else liked it. It got a few things here and there, but generally was kind of panned. I feel like everything after that is where we kind of started exceeding with like video game based movies. We've had, the Tomb Raiders and the Dunes and all kinds of crazy things. But I feel like after that we got like Wreck It Ralph, which was kind of a video game movie. Detective Pikachu, Sonic the Hedgehog. We got there was other things in between. I feel like we're starting to get an upcline with video game movies, so I'm hoping this is good.
Yeah. Finish up real quick. But even though a large number of outlets had nothing but positive things to say about Joel and Ellie's apocalyptic tale, I can read, I promise. There were some that weren't as optimistic. Slant Magazine did not hold back in their review, stating that by stripping out the gameplay from a vivid genre game that's fleshed out by cinematic and televisual tropes, the series ends up as mostly just the latter, all flesh, no bones. Based on a majority of the reviews, it seems like the Last of Us TV series has shaken the negative connotation that most video game adaptations are destined to fail. Hopefully, the rest of the viewers agree once HBO finally releases it on the 15th of January on various cable and streaming services. So, I guess only time will tell on how good the show actually is, because you got some people, but there's still that connotation of I don't know how many previous movie or game adaptations had decent critical scores, and then the audience just ended up hating the movie anyways.
Not many. Even with Slant's review, to be fair, 2 out of 4 is 50% for a video game movie. 50% is like generally okay, right? That's right in the middle.
Yeah, but usually a
It's
movie or
hard to tell.
television gets a 50, and that's like it's terrible by like
Yeah,
review standards.
and we got to keep in mind this is all opinion. So
Yeah,
a minus that one, or even adding in that one, everything's pretty daggone good. A B minus would be like a 4 out of 5.
yeah,
Um, we're looking at good stuff, so I'm pretty optimistic about it. I wanna watch a good adaptation of The Last of Us. I'm not all excited, uh, like other people about it. I don't know that I care that much from the beginning. I was kind of like, I got my story in the video game. It's a heavily story based game, but at the same time, I want a video game adaptation to be good. So I'm
yeah.
hoping this does it justice. I hope that it serves the series well. There's a
You
lot of mixed
hoping?
opinions about 2, but this is season 1, so
I guess the question is, does it just become another Resident Evil essentially? Because it's kind of the zombie
I
apocalypse
hope
type
not.
type type genre, maybe less horror. But I mean, I guess
Yeah,
the other thing is just stripping out the gameplay and everything that made the game what it was to just become another run of the mill horror apocalyptic zombie movie essentially. That's kind
I
of what the
surely hope
game
not.
was. It was more about it
The
didn't do
gameplay.
anything new with the genre. It was more about the Joel and Ellie's story as they travel and how their interactions change as the time goes on. Pretty much, that's really the core of the story in the game.
I feel like that can be done really well in a series type structure. I feel like that can give more depth of
Yeah,
what was going on, but it's hard to tell. I'm actually pretty confident in this one. I feel like doing a live adaptation, it makes sense, and I get why they did it. I feel like with HBO on board, I think it can be done well, so I'm pretty confident about it. Like I said from the beginning, I didn't care that much when they announced this. It kind of made sense, and I think that's why I didn't care, because I feel like it can be done so well.
yeah,
Um, but I'll check it out and we'll see.
yeah. But there's other series I'm like, this can be adapted very well, and then it ends up being botched in the end. So I will remain skeptical until proven otherwise, just because there's a terrible track record with adaptations into live action. So I guess we'll just have to
Yeah,
wait and see. We'll not have to wait longer, pretty much like another week, and it comes out. So
yeah,
we'll
really
find out
soon.
soon
So
enough.
for sure.
Yeah. So hey, if y'all have any opinions, you agree, you disagree, let us know down in the comments below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Peace.